Okay, bestie, as you know, I'm really into baby pink blush lately, and I've been really trying to perfect my Painted by Esther blush placement. And I seen that my local Ulta finally carried Made by Mitchell blush, and I said, you know what? This is my chance to finally try the viral strawberry cream blush that I've been seeing all over TikTok. So I finally got my hands on it, and I said, you know what? Let's do a product application and maybe first impression reviews for my followers and see how it looks on my skin tone. I know it looks so beautiful in store, but I really want to see if it's buildable and if it's patchy at all, or if it like washes me out. I know that my foundation does not match me right now, I know, but I'm down to the last drop of my YSL foundation, and then I'm going to go with a deeper, more bronze shade. So just stay with me, rock with me. I know I don't look the best right now, but I just want to see how this looks and if it's buildable. So let's try her on and see how it looks. First of all, packaging is 10 out of 10. Now, I'm a neutral girly, but I feel like this is really fun and exciting. I feel like brands are copying one another and everything feels really boring. So I feel like this is breaking that barrier to entry. There's no fragrance at all, so love that. It's not going to irritate my skin. I love the color. Like, this is absolutely gorgeous. I love that it's a true baby pink shade and I don't have to mix my concealer to get this effect. So that is so amazing. So let's try her on. So I don't know how pigmented this is, so I'm probably going to do maybe one application right underneath my eye, and I'm going to do the same right here. So normally I like to add a little bit of blush on my brush, but I'm just going to go in and see if it's buildable and if it's too pigmented or too sheer. That is really beautiful, but I thought it would be very creamy, but it feels like it's a matte formula. I haven't set my face at all, so I am getting some lifting here. I will say that there is a learning curve when it comes to new makeup and new blush, so I will give it the benefit of the doubt, but I am lifting here, which is very rare because it looks like I have powder on, and sometimes it can get patchy when you have already set your powders and then you go with the cream formula, but I haven't set anything, and so that is a little bit concerning, but I'm definitely gonna work around it and try my best to learn how to use a product. So I'm gonna go on the back of my hand, and maybe she just needs to be warmed up a little bit, so I'm gonna add her here and warm her up. But I will say the color is very, very beautiful. Like, it is a true baby pink, baby doll shade. It's not too blue, which is amazing because sometimes baby pinks look way too blue on me or it washes me out. And I don't know if it's because I have more of a neutral undertone, so certain shades just don't always look the best on me. But I'm gonna go up on my temple a little bit and kind of go on my under eye to get that Painted by Esther look. I cannot get over this color. On a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of pigment, I will say it's a good 7. I feel like you can really sheer it out, but my only issue is just this lifting problem. So let's add some concealer and see if I can kind of manage this. I'm going to go in with my Hourglass concealer. Just gonna go in the inner corner. Okay, that's interesting. So I feel like the cream bronzer is definitely making it less patchy. So I'm wondering if the best way to apply it is actually with a sponge rather than a brush. So definitely we'll try that very soon, maybe tomorrow, to see if that's any better. But definitely this is very salvageable. So the color is still there. So I'm gonna go in with my setting powder. I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible setting powder in the baby pink shade. So I'm just gonna go in with my whole under eye and make sure that it doesn't crease or budge. I find that this powder does add a little color back to the look, but also very blurring. So I feel like these two will pair beautifully. While that's setting, I'm going to debate which blush I'm going to use as my topper. I always go in with a blush to revive it, but also to just self-set it. But I feel like this blush is sort of self-setting, so you don't really need a topper, but I'm just going to do what I normally do. So I have two shades today. I have the Strawberry Blush in Laura Mercier, and then I have the Summer Sorbet Hybrid Blush by Kylie Cosmetics, but I think I'm going to go with the strawberry just to be on theme. So let's put her on. That's beautiful. You can see definitely some dimension. It's still very fair, but this setting powder does bring everything together. And honestly, I feel like I have a airbrush look, which is really, really nice. And I really do prefer matte blushes because I feel like it doesn't highlight my texture and it makes my skin more smooth looking rather than a shinier pigmented blush. So this is really, really beautiful. Add a little bit on my nose. I'm just gonna add a hydrating setting spray to just take out the powdery look. Okay, bestie, so I'm back and I'm kind of indifferent. So I don't know if it looks different on camera. There's like a lot of patchiness and I feel like a lot of lifting that happened. Now, I will say the color is beautiful and it's very buildable when it comes to different powdered blushes to add dimension. But with the patchiness and for so much that you're paying, I'm expecting like an amazing formula. I don't know if it's because there's a learning curve that I have to learn how to properly use it, but maybe using a sponge might be better. I don't know, but it's very patchy and I don't really love that, though the color is phenomenal. So I'm gonna try it one more time, maybe tomorrow, and see if it's any better. I feel like this should look good for a multi-purpose product. I mean, my Juvia's Place blush is very creamy, it's buildable, very pigmented, and you can sheer it out, and it's just easy to work with. Whether or not you use a brush blush or a sponge, it's very user-friendly, and I've never experienced this kind of patchiness for a blush. So I don't know, I'm very indifferent, but let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.